Hi, in this session you are going to learn what is constructor. Constructor in C++. A class constructor is a special member function of a class that is executed whenever we create new objects of that class. A constructor will have exact name, exact same name as the class name, and it does not have any return type at all, not even void. Constructors can be very useful for setting initial values for certain member variables. Okay, let us see with the example why we are using the constructors. For example, you are going to open any registration form. You are going to open any registration form. So here think that this everything is class which is going to bind the members and the functions. Now here think that this username, password, name, address, country, code, okay, email, and what is the sex, gender, okay, language, about. So here in this particular registration form, these are all the members. And now if you see this country, okay, if you see this country, as the particular registration form is open, it need to show what? It need to show please select a country. That's nothing but here if the particular user is not selecting the country, it is going to show nothing. Okay, it's not bothering about what the particular user has entered. Whenever the object is created, country variable is assigned in the constructor. Please select a country. Please select a country. Okay, this is just a sample why the constructors are going to be used. If you are considering this complete registration form as a class-based design, okay, whenever you are creating one new object, whenever you are creating a new object, for certain variables you need to select default. Okay, for example, in this case, country, you are writing it as please select a country. In some cases, you will be having city. Okay, none will be shown. Okay, until unless the user is going to select the city, it is going to show it as none. Okay, let's do this one program. Okay, now see here what's the definition for the constructor? A constructor is a special member function. Constructor is a special member function. Okay, let me do one particular example. Okay, I am taking it as string city. Okay, string city. The one more note point is here. You need to mention the data access specifier. Okay, who need to access this particular member. I am writing it as public. I am going to write as public. Okay, now the particular here constructor is a special member function. Special member function. Constructor will have the same name as the class name. It does not have any return type at all, not even void. Okay, now here the particular function, the class name is what? A. So constructor name also should be A. Constructor name also should be A. Now here you have two types of constructors. Okay, constructors. Okay, so here constructor. You have two types of constructors. First is parameterized constructor. Next is non-parameterized. Parameterized or non-parameterized. Okay, parameterized, non-parameterized. So in the constructor, if you are writing in the brackets any variable, that means it is going to have the parameters. If you are not writing any arguments inside this constructor, it means it is non-parameterized. Okay, I'll explain both cases. First of all, let me explain this particular constructor with no parameters. Okay, constructor with no parameters. So in this particular constructor, city I am taking city equal to none. Okay, otherwise I can write it as select city. Okay, select city. Okay, now how I am going to create the object? How I am going to create the object? Class name A1. Okay, class name A space A1 is the object name. Okay, now here I am trying to pass the values for the city. Okay, city I am passing. Okay, now let me write it as show the city name. Okay, A1 dot city. That's all. Okay. Let's run the program. Okay, now see here, it is blinking the cursor. That means you need to pass the value C in A1 dot city. Otherwise, you can write as C out, select the city. Okay, write the city name. You can give it the interface so that the user comes to know what to enter. Okay. So, for example, I am writing Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad I am writing. Now I am pressing it as enter. Now city name is taken what? Hyderabad it has taken because user has passed the value. User has passed the value, so it is taking it as whatever the user has passed the value. For example, user is not passing any value. Okay, for example, user is not passing any value. Okay, then which value the city will take? Whatever the value you have given in the constructor. Okay, what are the values you have passed in the constructor? So, what is a constructor here? Constructors can be used constructors are very useful for setting initial values for certain member variables. For example, in this case, I had told, right? In this case, what is a constructor? As the registration form is open, certain members need the initial values. In the country, it need to have the please select a country. That's the initial value. Whenever you are going to create the object, A1, okay, now here it need to give the city whatever the initial value it is there. If the user is passing the city, you just show the city whatever the user has passed. If the user is not passing any city name, you give the value which is there in the constructor. Okay, now here when you are writing class, memory is not created. When you are writing the class, memory is not created. Then when the memory is allocated, when you create the object, when you create the object, memory is allocated. Okay, when the memory is allocated for the class, when you create the object. Okay, if you are writing this particular class, it does not take any memory. Now here you are writing it as A1. If you are writing it as A1, it is taking the memory. If you are writing it as A space A2, okay, two objects you have created. So this is going to occupy some memory. This is also going to occupy some memory. For creating the class does not require any memory. Okay, as you create the object, memory is allocated for that particular member. Okay, or the function. Okay, now let us do parameterized constructor. In this parameterized constructor, what you are doing here, string, you are writing it as cities. Okay, for example, cities you are writing, and here, okay, whatever cities is selected. So whatever cities is selected, that city is going to given to the city. Okay, now for example, here the A is the constructor. Now cities, okay, instead of giving this one, whatever the user is passing the values, it is taken and given to city variable. Okay, now whenever you are going to create, okay, how you are creating the object? A space A1. Okay, now here you can't directly give the semicolon. Why? Because here you have used the constructor which is going to take the one argument at least. So whenever you are going to create the object, at that instance only you need to pass the value Hyderabad. Okay, for example, I have written it as Hyderabad. Okay, now see here, A1 Hyderabad. Now let us see what the particular variable it has taken. Okay, what the variable it has taken. Okay, A1 dot, okay, city, semicolon. Now what you're expecting now, what will be shown? It will be showing Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad. This is nothing but parameterized constructor. Okay, see, Hyderabad is shown. Okay, for example, if you put the E and here, then it will show in the next line. Okay. Okay, now see here, Hyderabad, it is shown now. Okay. If you don't write anything, I'm giving blank. Okay, I'm giving blank. Let's run. It will give null. Okay, it will give null. Nothing it will show. Okay, because you have not passed anything, so it will not show anything. You will be able to see that your first line means blank. Okay, that means as you create the object, memory is created. As you create the object, it is going to see which type of constructor it is. If you are passing the non parameterized or parameterized. So, for example, you are not passing any particular parameter. Okay, here. Okay, it means other constructor also you can create. Okay, for example, A, you don't pass any constructor here. Okay, if you are passing this one, okay, if you are not having any parameters, it will go and pick this particular constructor value. Okay, it will go and pick this particular constructor. What are the members and functions it has in this constructor, it will show. If you are passing this particular constructor A, okay, A1 with the parameters, for example, if you are passing these parameters, then which function, which particular constructor will pick, it will come, if it is parameterized, it will go and pick this constructor. If the object is created without any parameters, it will go and pick this particular constructor. Okay, depending upon the object which you are creating, it can, and the same class, it can have the parameterized constructor or non-parameterized constructor. Depending upon the object creation, it is going to pick up which particular constructor you are going to look at. Okay. So this is all about the constructors.